Hello, Legion. This is Hadrian. Thank you for being here. Let's play some more City Skylines Mass Transit in our new Ravenna miniseries. One thing I would like to focus on this particular episode, well, I want to develop the city out this direction because we've got this really nicely developed area over here. There's still more to be done in this space, but then there's this kind of chunk here that's begging to be filled out, especially when you consider the fact that we're making 40,000 a week. It's just insane amounts of income. So one of the things I'm going to focus on doing, in addition to developing that out this particular episode, is I want to develop more of our transit options. We currently have, these monorail loops set up, and those are great. And let's take another look really quickly at where those routes are. So the routes are actually showing right now. Is there a way to actually... Hang on. I wish there was a way, and you guys can let me know in the comments. Maybe I've just forgotten, haven't played cities in a while, like I've mentioned a few times in the series, but I wish there was a way just to... Okay, I guess I can kind of... There we go. I can kind of click them and see where they're going. Okay, so we've got a couple of lines going, but it is hard to see where this one... I guess if you point to it, it becomes a bit clearer. So we've got one that's going around the entire city. We've got another one that's going around this loop and another one that's going around that loop. Now, some people were saying, well, it's tough because you only have them going one direction, so people are going to have trouble, getting on, getting off. But at the same time, I've never been in a city with like a monorail system before, or I've been in one, but I haven't lived in one. But I've been on buses, and buses don't have routes that go both directions. If you have orbit-like or circular-type routes, it tends to be just going in one direction, and if you need to get from one stop on the loop to the next stop, then you're just going to get on the bus when you can and wait as many stops as you need to get home. So I'm going to respectfully decline the opposite direction feedback for now, just to kind of see how things go. But like I said, I want to add additional stuff to the... Can we close this? There we go. I want to add additional options. First and foremost, I would actually like to give my townspeople a bus system. And my bus routes are fun. All right, let's see what options we have here. We have a bus depot, a bus station. So I'm guessing... Hang on. I guess I'm a little bit confused. These have the same water and electricity requirements. One is substantially more expensive. It's a hub for bus traffic, and it acts as a designated place where a bus or coach starts or ends its scheduled route. So how is this different from the bus depot? I'm not even going to play with it. I'm going to go with bus depots this episode. You guys can let me know in the comments what's different, because I don't know what that is. I know about bus depots and bus lines, and that's what I'm going to play with. So let's start over here. We've got this. Hang on. Can we look at that view instead, or will it force us to? No. Yeah. See, I want to be able to see exactly like what zones I'm putting this by. So I think it would be useful to have probably a bus depot starting here-ish. No, I don't want to paint anything. Definitely not. Wish it was possible just to see the colors of the zones without having to worry about accidentally clicking on anything, but that's fine. That might be a good spot for something bus related right there if it'll fit. Hang on, let's see. Nah, I'd say it looks like, is it 5x5? Is that how big it is? Sure is. 5 by, no, actually 6x6. So yeah, it's a pretty big building. All right, so we need to find a good spot to put these. I need the buses to be able to hop out onto the road easily. So like right here needs to be one location. Maybe not right there next to the interstate, because I feel like that would bottle up traffic a little bit. But actually, there's a spot for a good one as well, next to a couple of other stations. That actually is going to be one of our first ones, I think. I think this is a sensible place to have one of the bus depots. Now, do we need additional bus depots? I can't recall. Hang on, let's let that activate for a second. And does it need anything? No, we're good. I can't recall if I ever really felt the need for more than one. Adjust the number of buses available by raising or lowering the city's public transportation budget. Yes, I remember that much. So let's just go with the one bus depot for now, and we're going to start adding some stops. And we need to create a new line, and we'll have it start roughly in front of the bus depot. Let's say, actually no, let's have it start literally at the bus depot. Why not? And then it can go. Now you have to be careful with these in City Skylines because, as you can see here, okay, interesting. It's not letting me go directly across that way. So let's go ahead and have the stop start here because I want to go around this first block. See, you can put stops on either side of the street, so you really have to be methodical with how you place these. And I like to have a good number of them when I get started. So let's go ahead and have one there. And then we're going to have the bus loop around. Maybe not have one there, but let's see, what would be the next most sensible place? Yeah, I think a system like this would be most advantageous. Or maybe have one on every block. Sometimes I've had one on every block, sometimes I've had one on every other block. I don't know if there's like an official community sanctioned strategy, but if I can do this quickly, let me go ahead and do one on every block. You just have to be kind of careful with how you do it. And I'm not going to be too anal with spacing. I'm already counting down the moments for the first commenter to be like, Hadrian said anal. Sorry, the internet's getting to me today. Spent some time on the Long Dark subreddit this morning. Why I did that, I don't know. I really don't. But I did. Just makes my overall maturity level drop. Or no, not my maturity level, my expectations of others' maturity level. Yeah, there we go. I shouldn't be saying this stuff publicly. All right, so, oh yeah, that's right. This is a bit of a dead end. So hang on, can we remove you? Can we? There we go. Right click and it removes the stop. So I guess, yeah, what I want to do is have them turn around. Perfect. There we go. Don't even know where this particular route's going to go yet. Doesn't matter. Having too much fun. Need to be faster about this, though. Just as long as I've got a pretty nice pattern going. Good, that's perfect so far. I want a bus that's going to really go through and... a bus line that's going to really go through and help these residents in the original town get to work and shop and whatever else they want to do. So, let's see. Like, last one needs to be there. And now, what would be the sensible next place for these buses to go? I think straight to the industrial zone, right? That would be the best place. So let's go ahead and have one. Let's have a stop back here. And then continue to kind of loop around like we've been doing. Now, I haven't filled that particular space yet, but I'm going to, so I'm still going to treat it as a stop. There we go. There we go. And this is going to be one line when I'm done, just for people in that area getting to work. And I also need to do this for my higher density buildings. Okay, we're going to put you right there. And then, see, now this is interesting. Now the question becomes, do I have the buses loop back through, or do I have them go straight back this direction? Because now there's the question of going back the other direction and how the buses get back. Now, it does make sense for the buses to a certain extent to, let's see. Yeah, I can do it this way. Pretty easily, actually. As long as I can see where I'm adding stops. There we go. It's a little bit hard to see, and this is very meticulous work, but setting up bus stops in the city skylines is never an easy task. Okay, I don't feel like this is going the right direction, but I don't really care. All right, so that's probably looping in a weird way. Yeah, I can tell. Hang on. Let's back up by a few stops. All right, so that's where it's currently stopping. It needs to be there, and then there. That's better. There we go. All right, so now on the way back, maybe they can stop by the shopping areas like on the way back. Not as many stops, but it would be cool to have stops in the commercial area of town. Just along this road here. And then what I'm going to have it do I'll have one more stop there, and then they're going to go straight back and complete the line there, so that anyone riding home can then go back through and get off there. All right, so all of those residents in what we're going to call Old Town, we might even make a district and call that Old Town at some point, now have their own bus lane. And what I want to do, before I do anything more, I just want to see how that affects things as far as the number of buses that begin to enter traffic. We're already starting to see some pop out. And then how many people actually use the buses and the monorails and such. Look at those modern buses with those big old rearview mirrors. Oh man, you just tilted way to the side. Vehicle physics and stuff. Alright, so we officially have buses. It's like we're a real city. Let's take a quick look at our services, because again, we have so much money. I guess I'll let... People have been saying, you know, I know I have a tendency to pause when I'm making decisions. One of the reasons that I do that is not necessarily because that's what I would do if I was playing solo, but because I don't... I guess if I have it running on speed 1, it's a little bit better, but because I'm commentating and playing at the same time, I just don't want to miss anything. That's what it comes down to, and that's why I pause as frequently as I do. Alright, a police station here in the industrial era would probably be a good idea. Is that a fire station? Yeah, let's have a police station right across from it. Big old police station. Now we are not going to have crime problems after that. Let's see. Elementary school availability is crap. Wow, that is surprising. Maybe we just need to wait it out, because I think maybe we're just behind on our education quotas. Or maybe we need to have one more over here. That might be what it is. So we've got a park right here. Let's put the school right next to that. And that brings it a little bit closer, but... Hang on, maybe have a high school over here as well. What if I did a high school? You know what? Yeah, let's do another pairing. I don't always put them together, but why not? In this case, why not? Alright, and then university availability is fine. So what other mass transit options do we have? We have metro, so we can actually build a subway at some point if we want to. We're not going to do that just yet. I don't feel like we're quite deserving of a subway just yet. Look at the buses already starting to pick people up. The question is, how many people are on each bus? Let's go to speed 1 and look. Alright, right now there's 0 passengers on that bus. It'll be interesting to see how many people actually board these. There's buses everywhere. It takes a while for them to spread out and really start traveling the lines. So for a while there's going to be a little bit of craziness during this. I actually have never seen it back up quite this much, but there's also a good amount of traffic on this road. Matter of fact, you know what? This technically needs to have a monorail line going down it, but at the same time, I think it would be worthwhile. It looks like this is being used as a pretty... Yeah, this is a pretty massive thoroughfare. I hate to have people living on a 6-lane road, but I think this is going to be a wise choice. Let's go ahead and convert this thoroughfare on this side of town to a 6-laner. Trees still on either side, so we're keeping the trees. But since that road has so much traffic, look at that. It's so pretty. Since that road has so much traffic, that'll help spread it out a little bit more. It might be time also... Yep, well, I've got it paused. And this, I'm going to keep the game paused for this. Well, I've got it paused. Let's continue to work on our highway, which we haven't quite finished. So, let's see. It was this highway that we were building. And we need to get you across. Yep. Hang on, let's just do a basic. There we go. Same thing here. It's going to be a little bit rough actually getting on-ramps built into this thing. I remember the last time I built a highway like this, it was murder making it happen. But it's so cool when it finally works. And it looks like we're going to have to... Well, hang on. Will it go over? No, it won't. We're going to have to raise that road, actually. So let's go ahead and with that final portion, let's go ahead and get this done so we don't forget later on. Ooh, that's actually pretty steep. Hold that thought. That's better. That actually might be... Hang on. If you can't tell, I'm pretty big on aesthetics. And that wasn't perfect. So let's do that one more time. I think that's... Yeah, look at that. Look at how level that is. Look at that. That's beautiful. So once there's actually a bridge going across the river, that thing's going to go over the monorail. But again, the question is, where the hell do we put the on-ramps for this thing? We might actually have to play with that monorail track's location to make some of these on-ramps work. But basically, there are going to be some buildings demolished, obviously, to make this happen. I mean, I don't think that's going to surprise anybody. But if we're going to make use of this thing, we may as well start kicking it off. Another thing I need to do... I might need to just go ahead and move these roads just slightly so that this thing can extend all the way out. I don't know if that would be very useful, but at the same time, if that would help traffic reach it, that could be handy. So tell you what, let's keep things paused, and let's take a second just to demolish this stuff, those poor cars. And now what we're going to do is bring this out. Oh no, on account of the monorail. Hang on, we've got the same issue here, actually. So let's go ahead and demolish that. Nope, just one of those. There we go. That's pretty good. It's still a pretty rapid incline, to tell you the truth. I'm not a huge fan. Maybe if we start it a little bit further back. Yeah, I like that better. Matter of fact, we could make it do something like, I think that would be ideal. Because we also need the ramps to be able to reach it. Okay, and now we've got to rebuild those sections of highway. Let's do that first, just so I don't forget and make a stupid mistake later on. So just slightly curved roads should be able to reconnect as before. Perfect. You're not going to let me curve you the same way? Well, in that case, I will do it this way. And then I will reverse you. Haha, problem solved. Okay, so it's the exact same entry and exit pattern, just making a little bit of room for that. And now what we can do, this is going to be kind of cool. What we can do is we can do a branching ramp here. That's actually going to, before these cars dip down, I'm going to have you, let's see, do I want to have, I'll just do a basic curved ramp for now. And we'll use that exact intercept point. Let's do a 44-degree angle there. Oh, space already occupied. I can't use that exact intercept point, but I can use this one. So let's see, what angle should I use? Let's see if a 35-degree angle will do it. Hey, that actually looks like it'll work. Let's see what... Oh, that looks great. Okay, well, hang on then. If that was using the exact same intercept... Well, these ramps are not exactly the same shape. They're close, but hang on. All right, so I was using a 35-degree angle before. Oh, there's more intercept stuff messing with me a little bit. All right, this is going to be a little harder. Huh. Why is this... There we go. All right, that's not the prettiest intersection. I really hope that in some future version of City Skylines they fix that to where that is a little bit better. But, yeah, that's really cool. Now, to an extent, I don't even really need this that I just built out that direction. I just wanted to give myself the option of having that now. Yeah, I could delete that, actually. It still needs to be raised here to get over the monorail, so that is not an issue. But, yeah, I'll tell you what, for now, let's delete it, just so we get a prettier intersection. Look at that. That's pretty sexy. Okay, so that's going to be the main on-ramp onto this little superhighway. And then what we need to do is have a means for people to get on and off of it throughout the city. I might extend this episode a little bit because I know it's been 20 minutes in and I don't want to be done yet. I've been doing this one thing. Sometimes I like to do this nitty-gritty stuff, nitpicky stuff on camera just because it's fun. And I know there's a lot of you who would agree and enjoy watching. So, let's see. Some of the first ramps. Might be nice to have a ramp that takes advantage of this space a little bit. Would that be possible? Any ramp that I built here would definitely demolish some construction buildings, period. It just happened. I guess I need to, the problem I'm having right now is I'm thinking in terms of like trying to find safe space, and I don't think there's such a thing. So I need to just decide the points at which I'm going to do on-ramps and off-ramps and just try and go with it, try and make something happen. So I don't think there needs to be one this close, because I think cars that are trying to get to this part of town can just cruise straight in and go where they need to go. So I think what would be beneficial is if I had a way for people to get off like here. So I'm thinking there, yeah, this is going to be painful, guys. This is not going to be fun. All right, so it's saying space already occupied. That's adorable. Why is it saying that? I've done this before. Is it just because of where I'm placing? Oh, I know what it is. I have to be careful not to place it too close to an intersection, to an existing intersection. But if we go with straight roads, I should be able to. Yep, like that. Okay, now I want to get it as close as possible. This isn't going to be pretty. Wait. Nope. Now please let me just do a symmetrical. There we go. I might need to reverse these. I'm not paying too much attention to direction right now. And actually, yeah, I'm going to have this road continue to go straight through to make this work. Oh, that's a bus stop right there. Alright. Done. This is going to be interesting. I might actually just have this connect here. So it's not going to... It's going to be a little bit lopsided. But it'll be worthwhile. It will be worthwhile. That's what I meant to say. No, that'll actually connect right there, and it'll be a little bit more... It's actually a very symmetrical intersection if I do... Holy crap, look at that! Look at that! Now we just have to make sure directions are right. So you're going to be going that direction. You are going to be going that way. And you're going to be going that way. Okay, so we're good to go. Now, there are a few things that need to be dezoned. And then we'll just wait for things to rebuild in that area. And what I might do, similarly to what I did with the buses, and we'll just see how people use that. Because that's a new way into kind of a more centralized area. It's a new way for residents to get to the highway quickly. And then I might do one more over here, just to give people, you know, a means to get on it. Yeah, one over here probably sounds like a good idea. We'll do that too, now that we know that's a pretty straightforward process. It's been a while since I did that. It's fun though. So, let's see. Not near the plazas. See, I feel bad because this is high density commercial stuff. So, hang on. Let's see. Yeah, that's what I thought. The monorail is going to get in the way a little bit. I could have the monorail... Yeah, hang on. We're going to mess around with the monorail a little bit. Let's see if... Some serious micro this episode, huh? Alright, so... Oh, no, not that high. Monorail tracks come down. Thank you. Alright, so... Definitely want these to curve. Oh. But not that way. There we go. Actually, I think the better way to do this would be to use the curve tool. I wish there was a way to make this perfectly symmetrical, because that would be amazing. To do the exact same curves, you know, on either side. I guess this is the best way to do it. Actually, yeah. What do you know? It worked the way I was hoping that it would. I never thought that it actually would do that. And then one thing I guess I should do... Well, no, I think I'll leave that as is for now. That's kind of cool. I was thinking maybe raise that middle one to where that's not going down towards the water, but hey, a little bit of a roller coaster feeling. No complaints here. So let's now hopefully we can now, yep, that is what I was hoping for. So this is going to be a slightly differently shaped intersection than the other one. It's going to take a little bit more drastic of a shape. Perfect. All right, so as you can see, there's some slight curvature issues. All right, now let's see what happens. I've unpaused it. 25 minutes into the episode, we've made those on-ramps. Let's see if people jump on board and start using that highway now that they have a means. Let's put it on speed 3, because one of the things that happens when you make a major transit change... Oh, there's already people hopping on it. Check this out. One of the things that happens when you make a major transit change in cities... Let me bulldoze this really quickly and then unpause again. Is all of the cars that are like currently in the city and on the road have usually already decided on their routes. And so it becomes a little bit more challenging, for traffic that's already in the city and jammed up and trying to find their way to alter their route. But once those jams kind of work themselves out, cars that come into the city after that generally do better. We have a ridiculous amount of money, and it's nice. So I said one thing I wanted to do this episode as well is develop out this way, and we have a lot of money to do it, so let's do it. I would like to go ahead and add some residential stuff over here, which we will do. All right, that's our big park. So tell you what, let's just have... Well, no, we can still have a park. We can have residential buildings next to a park. That's not a problem. And I would actually... I know these are... Well, I'm not comfortable with the idea of... Yeah, let's make these high density. I don't want to have, like, these private homes right next to the interstate. That just makes something in me sad. I'm cool with, like, the apartment buildings, you know, in a weird way, because you kind of expect that, I guess. Maybe it's just my opinion, the way I'm thinking about it, but... That's just a style choice, I guess. I don't want to have, you know, those private homes so close to such a big thoroughfare. All right, so that's that. And we also have so much to develop over here and a lot of commercial demand to do it. So we need to start taking advantage of, like, the grassy roads as well. Are these power lines even necessary? No, they're not. The city has developed to a point where I no longer need these. Go away. Thanks to that monorail station, actually. Didn't even realize that was fulfilling that purpose, but that works perfectly. Looks like we're still okay on power availability for now, but after what we're about to zone starts developing, we might not be. We'll see. I know it's a very grid-based city. Some people were saying, let's do some more curved roads. Either in this or in a future city, I am totally with you. Oh, wait. Hold that thought. Should this road maybe be in a different spot? Nah, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to commit an atrocity. That is a crime, considering how I've been designing this city so far, but we're going to go with it. Now, I don't think I need those power lines either, do I? Yes, I do. I need them for those buildings. But soon I won't. So, tell you what. Let's do a little bit more low-density stuff there. And then some high-density there. And then what do we have over here? Remind me, what are you? You're residential. So yeah, we need to continue having high-density commercial here. We're going to leave that blank. Again, continuing the symmetry theme. Got to keep it going. How's our education situation? 15% of the population is now university educated. Let's also see how the elementary school situation is still pretty rough. Funny enough. Where are you? Go away. Any more? Anyone else want to get bulldozed? Didn't think so. And let's also take a quick look at our transit stats now that things were running for a bit. a whole 10 people per week. So that hasn't had time to really kick in yet. And remember, we only have one bus lane set up so far that's really designed to take people through Old Town. It's not designed to, carry people from these big new population centers. Okay, so pretty soon we should be able to delete those power lines. That's one of my main objectives right now. We can go and delete some of them. Oh, forgot about water. Sorry, guys. I promise I want you to drink things and generally survive. Okay, so that's the whole area. Very close to this developing. We also need to build more industrial, don't we? I'm going to go ahead and do more industrial, but pretty soon we're going to start converting more of the industrial to office. Tell you what, let's do another one out on both sides. There we go. Zoning over this crevasse. That doesn't, that's not going to work. That's not pretty. We can zone that. That'll be fine. It's not the prettiest, but we'll live. And then I'm going to go ahead and zone all of this, but then there's going to be a road down the middle that currently doesn't have a monorail, but probably will have a monorail eventually. Okay, now let's unpause. Oh, nope, just kidding. Hang on. Too far. Yeah, that's going to be the sweet spot. Not exactly doing my usual fine measurements, but space already occupied. You are a dirty liar. Alright, there we go. Alright, now some new zones, especially with how much industrial demand we have, should start developing pretty quickly. I really would like that to fill in, though. Like that space. Unpause, please. Let's see how that highway's doing. So there's still lots of cars piling up here. I'm curious how many of those came in before the highway system existed. There's not a huge number of people hopping on here just yet. But I would imagine once I buy out that area... Actually, hang on. Do I already... Yeah, I have the ability to buy out another spot. Go away. If I buy that, I can connect that particular... I can connect the highway that I've built to the main highway and have a second way for people to get into town. So that would split up the traffic and weaken that jam spot. Let's go ahead and purchase that spot for that exact reason. And then it's saying, oh, we need a prison, don't we? Didn't I already build one? Yeah, I already built one. We're good. Please, helicopter depot. That's going to be fun. But before I end the episode, though, let's seriously do that. I would like to do that. Let's have a 6-lane road, the one we've already been building. We want it to go straight out across here. I don't mind if it has a little bit of a bridge going. Hang on. I just want to see exactly where the arches go. Right, there they go. Yeah. Let's see. That's actually pretty symmetrical with the one that's already going over, which is great. Now, another thing I need to change. That needs to be a full cloverleaf. So, let me go ahead and... I always get nervous when I do this, but this is going to be worth it. We've got the money for it. So let's go ahead and just say goodbye to all that. And the full cloverleaf should be, fingers crossed, pretty easy to add. Yeah, we still need to delete some highway to make room for it. That's pretty close. It's getting there. Let's see. So it would connect perfectly except to the bridge side. So let's... Yep, there we go. Alright, and now all we have to do is make the bridge work. Look at the mid-air cars. No! Don't unpause! I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. Please don't die. Okay. Beautiful. We also have the option of doing 4-lane highways, which is pretty damn cool. I'm excited about that. Alright, slope is too steep at present. So what we're going to have to do is go way back. Sorry, mid-air cars. I'm really not trying to do this to you. Nice. And then same here. Alright, so that situation has just been fixed. The bridge looks a little bit wonky, but it'll be okay. And now we have this situation. Let's go ahead and build you all the way out, because God knows we've got the money for it. And then we need to do the same here, and then just reverse the direction of the road. Beautiful. Any other roads with weird directions you want to yell at me really quickly? No, I think we're good. All right, so now what I would like to do is have this road, and this is going to be, we're not going to do like a really fancy cloverleaf or anything. For now, we're just going to give people the means to get on and off this thing relatively easily. Because I want people to have a second route. That's the entire point. Alright, so there's that. And now, again, just to start simple and see how it does, we're going to have just a basic 4-way intersection, same as the others. 45 degrees in each direction. Actually, no, it's going to be hard to do 45 degrees in each direction, but we'll still do our damnedest. Yeah, it's kind of ugly. Let's see if we can make that better. 52, that's a little better. 45, and that should be 50, well, I'll go with 56, that's fine. Alright, so it's not pretty. They're actually all going the right direction already, just by sheer happenstance. I wasn't trying to make the right clicks. Now, the only other thing I need to do is, right now, I don't know how much this is actually going to help people or not, but we'll find out. I've got a feeling that it might not do as much as I might have initially thought, but it'll still be cool to see people having a separate route to get in here. Alright, we do need to get this turned around. Man, there used to be a way to just have a very simple loop around, and now it's a lot harder to do. I remember having roads in city skylines that literally just looped back around like you just saw me trying to do. And it was beautiful. And it was all I ever wanted. Oh, this is the wrong road type, that's why. Hang on. That's why. Hang on. This should work. No. Come on, you can do this as we approach the 40-minute mark. Lots of road maintenance. It's got to be done. All right. Screw you. We'll just do it the way I was doing it before. That's not the way I was doing it before. That's a much bigger circle, but I don't care. And done. Alright, so it's not pretty, but it'll do for now. So let's see if people start coming down this direction. Alright, I already seen one car. That's a good sign. Let's see if people start coming down this direction to get into town rather than going... Yeah, we're starting to see it. Okay, cool. I mean, any car removed from the main jams on the other side of town is a good thing. This is not as bad as it was, so it looks like maybe some of our transit situation is working out. We are approaching the 40-minute mark, so I'm going to go ahead and cut this one here. In the next one, we're going to keep expanding because I've just got sick amounts of money. I finally took you guys on your tax suggestion, and I'm wishing I'd done it sooner. I took you guys up on your tax suggestion, rather. So that's going really, really well. Are there any policies that I can establish? We could do recycling. I mean, I could turn on a bunch of these and just have really, really, like really eclectic set of policies if I wanted to. But anyway, yeah, in the next one, we're going to keep expanding out in this direction. We're going to see how our mass transit situation is working out, maybe add another bus route or two. Again, I don't want to, like, whenever I add the bus routes, I don't want to do them all in one episode because I want to try and vary it up a little bit like I did this episode. This was still very much a road-centric episode, but I think things are generally going pretty well, and I'm happy with this. So it'll be interesting to see how many people come in and start using this new stretch of highway in particular. I'm definitely seeing cars like regularly head towards it and going in both directions as well. And again, these cars need a little bit more time to recognize that there is in fact a new route coming into town as well. So that's going to happen pretty soon, hopefully. And then as the city continues to grow, it will become more and more apparent, and I think more people will use this route, or at least that's my hope. We'll see how it goes. We're just trying to give people options to where not everyone is coming in through that one road. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this one, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to follow along. New episodes in New Ravenna are coming out every other day at 9 a.m. Eastern Time until episode 15. Comments are always welcome. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time.